Greetings and salutations, my name is Ahrtimmer, and this is just some little Minecraft stuff. I heard about the FyreUK competition to get onto their server, and whilst I'm pretty sure I'm not as awesome as a lot of people are, I thought I might as well try out. So we are on my single player server, and first of all, as you can probably see there, we're looking at my tower on the rift. This is inspired by a description of a tower in a book by Ian Irving, if I'm not mistaken. I probably am, and I don't have the book with me. But it was a really cool book. The tower described is basically something like 21 or maybe 27 braided, individual braided threads that all weave together to create a single structure. And at intervals it's banded with lapis lazuli and white gold. Unfortunately, I don't have, white gold, so I've created the tower out of iron blocks, lapis lazuli bands with gold, and this ring is, it's my own personal touch. Whilst I say I was inspired by that particular description, I've taken a lot of liberties. Some due to the fact that it's Minecraft, and Minecraft is limited in what you can do, and others because, well, I like to do things my own way. This is not a complete build, sadly. This is, there's going to be, the plan is, eventually to build a underwater city around, like, with this as the centerpiece, but we'll see what happens. We'll also notice the obsidian pit there. The book is a fantasy novel with, a lot of magic and that sort of thing, so I decided to have basically some fairly magical type stuff involved. I've got a pit directly from the void beneath the worlds all the way through the tower into the sky. Nothing, not a single block is in this line. So let's go inside the tower. There's only 2 entrances at this point. There's going to be more. But inside the tower we've got several floors, spirally staircases type things, some cool just floating things. This is the bit about this build that's not particularly, it's not finished at all really. It needs quite a bit of work on the interior, but I'm fond of it so far. I think my semi-perfect circles, or as perfect as you can get them in Minecraft, alright. I'm not great, but I'm not a Minecraft, I want to say Minecraft nerd, but then I realize I'm trying to get on the FyreUK server. But yeah, the idea was that eventually there's going to be staircases leading down, and this will be the bit that will lead into the city. It just needs to be drained. Each of the threads will do that. And so this is my tower on the rift. Now there's 2 other things I want to show you. Oh yeah. I couldn't get this tower any higher if I wanted to, and trust me, I do. It's about a quarter of as high as I imagined it being. I've decided that if I'm ever going to attempt the tower on the rift again, I'm going to do so from bedrock layer. Just so that I've got more room to work with, because I like the curves that I've got with the legs, or the threads, but it feels a bit stumpy. Bit cut off. But this is my tower on the rift. I hope you like it. I've done a little bit of cheating because I hadn't quite finished the legs underwater. You can probably see that there. But I just needed to get it presentable, really. I'm fond of it. Looks really cool at night when the glowstone inside the diamond ring lights up and lights up the middle section. And the top is also lit. But yeah, that's that. And onward to the next, because there's 3 things I want to show, and I'm not sure which of those 3 is my most epic creation. So I figured I might as well show you all. Okay, so we're back. Now we're in the desert, and this is, I called it my shattered temple. I'd been wanting to, for a while, build essentially a tower that had been ripped into individual pieces, like you see, in a lot of fantasy games. I know Final Fantasy X does something like this, where they just... It was called the Jose Temple, and it literally, as you arrive, tears itself apart, and chunks of it float into different areas. This is a bit more of a tower, because towers are my preferred creations. I think of myself as a bit of a wizard creating large, tall things. Anyway, and so I came up with this. I actually had to build it twice. I built it as a whole body, a singular piece, and then kind of started tearing chunks apart, deciding, okay, this bit's going to move this far, detailed where that bit was, or how much that bit was going to cover, and then pulled it out. So, if you could move each bit as a chunk, you could get them to fit back together nicely, and you'd see the finished tower. The most complete bit is this, of course, which gives you a vague idea of the architecture, but I was just going for a desert-style tower in pieces. So despite the fact that blocks number, it's my smallest creation, it probably took the longest of everything I've done. Or maybe my tower with my tower on the rift with its wonderful curves was a bit more difficult, but this was certainly quite a deal of work. For me, anyway. Anyway, onward to the third and last thing I'll show you. Over this way. So here we are at my last creation. I call it the Obsidian Tower. No, sorry, the Obsidian Library. That's it, rising into the night sky there. Deep in its lake of lava, which has got a giant obsidian hole knocked out of it. It is a bit of a pit. Interesting spot to put a library when you really think about it, but I don't know, it was all about aesthetics. This started off just as me digging a hole, essentially, and eventually progressed into this over the course of about 3 days. Not sure how high it goes in comparison to most of the world. It is, all things considered, fairly short. But the lava here sits at sea level, except for that little bit which just pours in just to break up, because I tend to end up creating a lot of symmetry when I build, and I find myself needing to break that up just to add a bit of a touch to it. That's one of the reasons why the edges are so random. I actually needed to use explosives, lots of TNT, to craft out this hole, A, so that I could have a nice deep lake of lava, and B, so that it actually looked random and a bit less perfect, and because perfection, something always seems not quite right about it. So it does lead almost. There's one block of netherrack right at the bottom which is on fire. That's the only thing separating the bottom of that pit from the void beneath the worlds. And yeah, this is my library. Lots of holes leaking lava from the lake into the main part. Into the pit. Bit of a rope bridge that I came up with. That's the closest I could manage, and unfortunately this end keeps burning off, which I'm looking at fixing, but this is a incomplete build. I started it about 3 days ago. I mean, aesthetically, yes, it's done, but there's a few little touches that I want to add. Make it look a little bit better. So here we have the inside. I'll take you upstairs first, because there's not much upstairs at all. Just a bit of a observation area, nothing particularly special. You can look out in every direction. It's kind of nice to view the world from here. But the main thing is down. Downstairs we have the actual library. We have 2 floors of Hang on. 2 floors of books. And then below we have a sort of lectern, pedestal type thing which you could rest a book on and read under the light of my miniaturized sun. Not much to it, and I do truly doubt that this will compete with anything that, well, some people have created some amazing things, and if they know about this competition, then I'm pretty sure stand no chance, but we'll see what happens. And as fun as, like, Minecraft for me is purely just to get ideas and creations out of my head so that I can focus on the ideas and creations that I should be focusing on. But, at the same time, I do want to, every so often, show what I've created to the world. So that's it from me. My name is Ahrtimmer. On Minecraft I go by the name of Sword, although you've got almost no chance of finding me on a server. We'll see what happens with this though. These were my 3 creations. That's really all there is to it. Oh, there's one last thing I should show you. One last wizard tower that you kinda would like to see, I think. It's not epic or awe-inspiring anyway, like, say, that giant hole in the ground is, but I like it. So this is my last little thing that I'd like to show you guys. This was created purely on the spur of the moment in about an hour, probably much shorter. But, I wouldn't call it an entry into anything because it's not much of a awe-inspiring or even particularly epic creation. It's just, I mentioned I'm a bit of a wizard and I like creating my wizard towers, and I created a wizard tower for a friend of mine. His name is Norbert. Yes, it is a single-player server, but he lives here. The Tower of Norbert. He isn't the very best wizard, but as you can see, his glowstone is sponges. But, he tries. Hi Norbert, how are you doing? Making a video for the FyreUK thing. You think I'll win? Was he shaking his head? He is shaking his head. Jeez. I like his faith. And so he lives here now, and he can't get out. But he's got plenty of water and grass to eat. So this is a bit of a glance at my Minecraft single-player map, server, seed, whatever you want to call it. I hope you enjoyed looking at all the weird and wonderful things that I created, or the most weird and wonderful things that I've created. Well, I probably won't do another Minecraft video, because I like to keep my creations on the inside. But, we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed for winning this, competition. Best of luck to all the other competitors. I'm pretty sure you're better than me, but, you know, we'll see what happens. I will see you all next time. Thank you, and good night.